Season 2 Vinland Saga was an anime many anticipated to carry winter 2023 after the success of their predecessor back in 2019. The first season was filled with many action-packed, gore and exciting scenes that ended in a shocking conclusion, leaving fans wanting to know more. After a long wait, we finally got slavery and farming? Wait. It may come to a surprise to many anime-only viewers that the story of the second season is drastically different from the first one. Or the fact that the slave isn't some hot anime chick that wants to suck your toes and become your 2D waifu. I cringed. But trust me on this, as a manga reader, this arc is considered to be one of the best arcs in the story. And unlike some people, I don't throw the word peak around like the amount of times LeBron scored in his NBA career. But this is peak. Here's a summary. We are first introduced to a new character named Einar, a farmer. We follow his story in the beginning and watch him live his life relatively peacefully with his family in a small village. Though in Vinland Saga fashion, not long later we watch his whole village get massacred and looted by Danish soldiers. These guys wipe the place clean like they're playing Warzone. After watching his family get sniped and sliced, he was dragged away and was brought back to Denmark as a slave. The story starts off slow, and not much really happens even after a couple episodes in. Einar was carried by his will to survive and to start over. But after making an attempt to escape, he was captured and tortured. He realized that he had nowhere to return to as his family and village was destroyed, and his only option was to be a slave. Though a master named Cour would soon give him hope for freedom. After admiring his luscious body, he bought Einar from the slave market and brought him to his farm. This is when we finally meet a recognizable face, Thorfinn, who also became a slave. Normally when we think of slave masters, they will be depicted as cruel and evil, torturing and exploiting their slaves until they die, unless they are from Rido of Healer or something. But Ketil is different. He gives an opportunity for his slaves to be able to gain back their freedom, in the condition that they are able to farm enough to buy themselves out. Einar felt motivated as he was confident that he would be able to achieve his goal to be free. Unlike us sweeps where our only goal is to touch grass or sit through an 8-hour VTuber stream. Though he has to work with his new partner that seems to be rather emotionless, but nevertheless hardworking. This is the story where we watch two distinctively different characters overcome their obstacles from both their past and present while trying to achieve their goals. In the beginning, the pair would struggle to progress due to the barriers and the harassments they face from others, cause they're slaves. But nevertheless, they persevered, solving each problem one at a time. Over time, both of them will grow as a character, especially Thorfinn. Ever since he was a child, he spent his time growing up in the battlefield, constantly facing death while being driven for revenge. He killed countless of people in order to survive, and it came to the point where it became a routine. This will obviously mess up a person's mind one way or another, just like those insane enough to solo queue in League. The idea of friendship and kindness felt so alienated to him. But during his time as a slave, he is finally able to get away from all the bloodshed and try on something new. He is constantly amazed by how much you can learn about farming, the techniques used, the amazing inventions, and how much patience it requires. Everything felt peaceful to us viewers. It felt like he was finally growing as a human being, instead of an empty shell used for killing. But despite all this, he is still empty. His hatred is what kept him alive, and without the battlefield, he doesn't know what to do. He wants to change, but doesn't know how, and whether or not he deserves to. He feels the guilt from those he killed. Without hatred, he has no purpose. Every night he is constantly being haunted by those he killed. Even if he has physically left the battlefield, his soul is still stuck wandering there. But with the people around him, they might just put him on the path to become a better person. Over time, Thorfinn might just be able to find his purpose and move on. As for Einar, we might not know much about him now, but I hope we get to explore his character a bit further. But at the very least, we get to watch both of them achieve their goals and grow together. This season may not be for everyone. If you simply got hooked on to the gore and action of season 1, you might have a hard time enjoying this season. It is drastically different, but it's essential to the story and the growth of these characters. But I do recommend you giving it a shot, and who knows, you might just grow onto it. Personally, I'm excited to see where the story will take us. and with Mappa collecting their Infinity Stones. Hopefully they would continue to adapt the manga. Anyways, that's all I gotta say. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and maybe a subscribe. It helps a lot. Anyways, bye.